coming right back, coming right forward with another video with the priest. The hottest videos on YouTube right now, the hottest information, hidden archive information from our ancients, from across the globe, unified information to bring a truths and life. This is another video with the priest. Bless yourself, don't stress yourself. What we dealing with today is evolution. Would you say, priest? We dealing with evolution. So what is evolution? Well, cut a long story short. There's a group of people around the world that feels it's okay to try to convince the world and get the world to accept that millions of years ago, coincidentally, two planets or, two astral bodies in the heavens collide together. Then they made all other planets after they bind together. And one of these planets is Earth. And, through evolution, the Earth, make its own sun, moon, and waters, and, plants. And evolution say we come out of the water as, little bacterias would turn into like fish and turn into reptilians. Then we climb out the water, we come on the earth surface, as, like dinosaurs, rats, and different stuff. Then we climb up into the tree and we become like little sloths, and then we turn into, monkeys, then we turn into ape, and then we turn into humans. That's what evolution's saying. That's where we come from. We come from a bang and a bunch of creatures evolving from one creature to the next until we judgment get to the human beings. Well, family, check me in a half hour, please. Thank you. Check me in a half hour, please. Thank you. No. Yes, sir. Give thanks. Yes, well, family. So according to, paid time world scientists and universities, they telling us, the humanoid world that, this whole universe started from two planets clashing together and, creatures evolving from one creature to the next, one creature to the next until it become a human. Well, the priests have a problem with this a bit. The evolution theory, I have a little bit of problems with it. One of my first issues is going to come from the fact that you saying two things banging together. Who created them? Who created this universe for them to come and bang together? A lot of people say it ever existed. So why would you say the Big Bang created the universe if the universe already existed? For them to come together and bang, I'm just saying. It just don't make sense. But anyway, let's move on to the second scenario. Because if the Big Bang is the beginning, then where do these two things come together that bang, and where does the universe come from that they are banging in? We'll have to get to the bottom of that. So evolution, we have some more work to do. Evolutionists. So let's go. They say we come from one creature to the next. It makes me wonder. I have blood in my veins. A cricket, a mosquito, a centipede. There are various creatures in the world, Do they have the same blood that I have? If I come from these creatures, I should have insect blood in me. I should have mosquito. I should have roach blood in me. I should have rat bloods in, because they telling me everything evolved before human. All these animals and creatures, they evolve before humans. So we's the last to come about with the bloodline. So all the people before us, we come from their bloodline. I don't think I'm gonna agree with me and a cricket and ants having the same blood to say we family. But you wouldn't know how close you'll be based on genetics. I don't understand the studies if it's gonna go as far as to say me and the ants have the same blood. I didn't even know ants have blood. They have fluids, interstitial fluids to function, but I don't know them to have human blood, the same contents. But fine. Another problem I had with evolution, which I think is one of my biggest points. Bless the love for coming in. One of my biggest points about evolution, let me get a little comfortable. They say that, the creatures evolve from one creature to the next. So let's come up into what they call the Homo sapiens and the Homo erectus, all these names, which are monkey and ape, primate descendants, stuff like that. Let's talk about that. My biggest problem is, if you're telling me I come from an ape that evolved, my problem with that is, how does evolution know to evolve a species, both male and female, simultaneously, without error? Listen to what I said one more time. How does evolution occur with a species moving from one creature to a new evolved creature, simultaneously male and female? Usually when we see evolution, we see pictures of evolution. We see Homo erectus, it's a male monkey. The rest of the other ones, they name them, they're males. Even the Homo sapien, the man, the first man, they say evolved from a ape family. It's a male. Where's the female? How does evolution do that? Okay, if I'm an ape and I'm the male ape, and I'm personally experiencing evolution because I'm a personal cell, I'm a personal being. I'm personally evolving from an ape into a male human being. How does my counterpart, the female ape, how does she simultaneously, without error, evolve to meet me to be a human in direct replication without error? There's nothing about her that still looks like a ape, that looks like a Homo erectus. She's completely evolved, just as I am evolved to be a human. How does that happen? Do I go to my counterpart and say to, as an ape, do I say to my female ape, I am going to evolve into a human, and I need you to evolve the same time so that we both can be male and female humans to procreate? Up to the date, there is neither a male or a female human being that can procreate with an ape, a monkey, a chimpanzee, any one of the monkey families, the ape families, whatever you want to call it. There's no male or female human being that can have children for these animals. Because we're human, they're not humans. Apes are not humans. Monkeys are not humans. They are animals. It's impossible to explain to the priest. How does a particular species evolve simultaneously, both male and female, to meet the reproduction requirements? If I'm an ape and I'm evolving into a man over 2 million years, over 10 million years, however long you want to put it, if I'm evolving to a human being, this perfected Homo sapien, how does my counterpart, the female, over the same amount of period of time, simultaneously, without error, complete the evolution cycle? How is that possible? She has no monkey resemblance, no ape resemblance. She's full Homo sapien, just as I'm full Homo sapien. And we can switch the genders. If I'm the female ape and I'm evolving to be a female human over millions of years, 2 million, how many years you want to use for the evolution of human beings? When the female is evolving to become a human Homo sapien from an ape, or from whatever he was prior, Homo erectus, whatever, how does her male counterpart evolve simultaneously without error? That every organ, including the most important, the reproductive system, it is in assimilation with the female who has evolved. If y'all feeling me, anyone who catch this video, it's just not possible. Evolution will have to have an intelligence, not random occurrences. It has to be an intelligent system that allows a male Homo erectus to evolve to a Homo sapien simultaneously as a female Homo erectus is evolving to a Homo sapien, what we call humans. It has to be divine intervention, even in evolution, to make sure that over evolution of the male being, the female being is evolving simultaneously. Because if it doesn't happen, then you're going to have a male Homo sapien and you're going to have a not so evolved female still in between a Homo sapien and Homo erectus. And the reproductive system is not going to work. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A male Homo sapien cannot sleep with a Homo erectus and have a baby, because the reproductive systems do not connect. As today, a Homo sapien male cannot go and sleep with an ape and have a baby, because the reproductive systems don't connect. So that's my peeve with evolution. If you're going to talk about evolution, you have to explain, how does evolution be aware to evolve every creature, not just the human, you know. See, this way it gets deep. From the first cell they talk about, there had to be a male and a female. The first little fish, the first little plankton, the first reptile, it had to be a male and a female. Evolution cannot happen from a misogynistic point of view. Evolution has to happen within the realms of what we call reproduction. So every creature for billions of years, you want to say that evolved? They had to evolve with both sex, male and female. So if you had a fish that evolved to an alligator, you had to have a male fish, a female fish that evolved to a male alligator and a female alligator. Watch the difference. I did not say a male fish and a female fish have a baby and bring a male alligator. That's not what I say. In evolution, you don't have babies to make a new creature. In evolution, the DNA cell, they say itself, evolves and becomes a new creature. So if it's doing that, it cannot just produce a particular gender for a new species. Else the new species has no way to reproduce itself. So evolution will have to evolve every species simultaneously with a male gender and a female gender. And that makes it super genius for evolution. It has to be a higher power. It has to be a higher consciousness to be able to do that. That can't be random occurrence. Because there's no creature out there that has evolved and is only just a male. Every animal out there has male and female. There are some creatures out there that have both organs, fine. But how do you explain every other animal that has both male and female? Ants, insects, mammals, aquatic animals, birds in the sky. How do you explain all these creatures evolving and becoming something new, and they have to make a male and a female? It's evolution cannot explain that. I'm telling you, it's impossible. If you have a fish is evolving into a alligator, the fish must evolve into a male alligator and a female alligator, so the alligators could have more alligator babies. And if the alligator is evolving into a squirrel, the alligator must evolve simultaneously, male and female, and turn into a male squirrel and a female squirrel. Because where the female squirrel can come from? If evolution just keep producing a misogynistic concept of the lineage of humanity and all creation. It's all misogynistic. It's all about males. That's all I see in evolution. I see a bunch of monkeys, they males. I see a bunch of creatures, they all male creatures. Where is the female creatures in evolution? How is it possible? The alligator is going to be a squirrel, but the alligator only evolved to become a male squirrel. So how is the squirrel gonna make more squirrels? That means the alligator also has to evolve to be a female squirrel. The male squirrel cannot produce his own self. A male squirrel cannot make a female squirrel out of himself. What kind of crap is that? So the male squirrel has to have a simultaneous evolution within his creature being that gives him the application of feminine species so that he can procreate. A squirrel has male and female. Rats have male and female. Birds have male and female. So how can evolution just evolve males? It can't happen. So how do you explain to me that alligators evolve into squirrels? So you're telling me the male alligators evolve into male squirrels, and then the female alligators evolve into female squirrels. OMG. No, it just gets crazier. It gets crazier. Because that sounds like selection, not random occurrence. It seems to me that every species select to procreate themselves. That don't sound like evolution. Because if the alligator male intentionally evolves or randomly evolves and become a male squirrel, that means the female alligator randomly evolve and become a female squirrel. And this keep happening throughout millions of years. Things just randomly evolve into both male and female. That sounds selective. It sounds like a divine consciousness telling these beings, you need to evolve yourself to procreate yourself. That don't sound like evolution to me. That sounds like the Bible when it say, God said to his empress, let us make man in our image. That's why the Bible is misogynistic. The 1611 King James Version doesn't tell you about much woman. Didn't tell you God have a woman. They don't talk about that. King Alpha and Queen Omega. Man and woman kingdom from creation. You know, because they're evolutionists, they're misogynistic. Everything has a penis from species to species. But, you know, the JJ get leave out. So that's one of my biggest problems with evolution. You know, I would not accept it that every creature on this planet evolved from another creature. And when it did it, it evolved in a male form and in a female form separately. You know, the male alligator didn't look to the female alligator and say, hey, I'm about to be a squirrel. And when I become a squirrel, I can need a female squirrel to be hitting it to make more squirrels. You know, I don't know if the alligator told the female alligator that in the next 10 million years, I'm going to be a squirrel and I'm going to need you to be a squirrel too. And the female alligator was like, you know, I got your back. You know, the alligator back, you know, got your back. And she just coincidentally, randomly evolved with her male counterpart alligator. And just at that perfect point, kaboom, they become squirrels, male and female squirrel. This male squirrel evolved from the male alligator. This female squirrel evolved from the female alligator. They spoke about it. They got the job done. They landed on the same date. They became squirrels the same time. There's nothing in history that says the male squirrel was founded in 53 and, you know, the female squirrel came about, 40 years later. Everywhere in evolution, you see that they're telling you that every creature evolved and became perfectly what it is on that date simultaneously. So the Homo sapien man, when he stopped being a monkey and he become a man, a woman monkey, same time, become a man. I mean, become a woman. The woman monkey, the woman ape become a female woman the same time as the male ape become a human man. That's what they're telling me on the same day. Because I can't even imagine me being a Homo sapien, a man. I evolved from an ape now, and I's a man. And my woman still look like an ape. Well, makes me think. Because I encountered some people in life, and they do act a little bit like ape. apes. But nah. Compared to ape, nah. The reproductive system, nah. Hands, everything, they walk upright. Similarity. And if you look, every creature in the world has some similarities. Because you're not out of this world. We all in one world. We always created from one being, one God. So everything has similarities. But I don't see the proof of evolution. It's a single body. It's a male alligator. He's single. And he's going to evolve to be what? A male or a female squirrel. Or he evolves and become two squirrels one time. Male and female. You all following me? I don't know. It just don't make sense. Evolution, how they trying to explain it don't make sense. It don't. And to further push it, we're 2 million years later. The average scientist, they said every 2 million years, a creature evolves and becomes something else. I've researched the monkey, the ape, them things 10 million years old. They done passed 2 million years a long time, and they still monkeys. Apes are still apes, and it's over 2 million years later. Humans are still humans, and it's over 2 million years later. So I don't know, their science contradicts themselves. Because there is no evolution in humans from over 2 million years. There's none in the monkey, there's none in the ape. So how it could be us? If they say we come from the monkey and the ape, and there's no evolution in the monkey and the ape for over 2 million years, that means within a 2 million year time period, we did not evolve to become humans. So we sure 2 million years we've been on this planet as what they call Homo sapiens, and there is no evolution in humanity. Humans are still humans. None of us growing horns, none of us flicking, growing wings, none of us, evolving. You don't see it. We're not becoming a new creature. God created man his own image and his likeness. God created the trees, the birds, the seas. He created all the creatures and named them. He tells us, Adam named them. We were created, by a conscious being. And this being is male and female. And this conscious being made us in his image, just like him. We're not made in the image of animals. We're not made in the image of an ape. It doesn't make sense that we're made in the image of an ape, in the likeness of an ape. When the ape created us, it looked upon us and say, it was good. The ape said, man has become like us, knowing good and evil. The ape say man must not be placed to the tree of life. This sounds like the Planet of the Apes, bro. This sounds like a movie, something straight out the Planet of the Apes, where they were showing us that the apes once ruled the world. There was intelligent beings, and humans, Homo sapiens, we were docile, just evolved beings. But the apes are the superior race. They have movies all over the world. Hollywood push. Planet of the Apes 1, Planet of the Apes 2, Planet of the Apes 3. Modern day movies still trying to put in our subconscious that apes are superior to us. We're evolution of apes. My mama used to make me watch the Planet of the Apes when I was growing up. As I get older, I start to look into it. I see this bunch of foolishness. An ape's black, but the first evolve Homo sapiens is white people. Well, fireball. How could white people be the first evolution of Homo sapiens in the movie The Planet of the Apes? You know, all the apes is black people? Is black, you know, but the only characters in the movie The Planet of the Apes is white people? They the evolved Homo sapiens. They're the first humans on this planet. That's what this whole movie about. The Planet of the Apes is a movie about evolution to trigger your mind that you evolved from a monkey. You come from an ape. And there's no scientific proof to that. Because evolution cannot change a species, both male and female, simultaneously. I could keep repeating this. Evolution cannot produce a male new species simultaneously creating a female new species that are in assimilation with each other. It's too intelligent. It's not random acts. It's just not cells and energy and chemicals making random choices. How? If that's the case, how does it happen? In every evolution case, the animal or the creature that evolved both male and female so that they procreate. How is that possible? Either evolution has intelligence and makes decisions, or you might as well accept there is a God consciousness that makes decisions among the elements, among the things, the creatures of this world, the creation of things. There have to be a consciousness in creation to make sure that every creature that is created has a male and female counterpart, or has some system within itself where there is a male and female where it can reproduce itself. Evolution cannot produce the evidence for that. You can't show me that in a lab that a simple cell evolves from being masculine in nature, evolves to be something new, and is both masculine in nature and female in nature? No, it can't happen. Evolution only can bring one gender at a time. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. If an alligator go into a squirrel, we back to the alligator and squirrel thing. If an alligator go into a squirrel, the alligator only could evolve to be either a male squirrel or a female squirrel. It can't be both the same time, because squirrels don't have both genders. We have squirrels today that have both masculine genders and feminine genders, privates. So it shows that in their evolution, whatever they came from, evolved both male and female. No, evolution doesn't work like that. Evolution works from one animal evolving to a new animal. So if you have a male alligator or a female alligator, when they evolve, they're going to evolve to be a male or be a female. And you say, well, all creatures' evolution process went through the same time. So all the alligators, both male and female, turn into squirrels the same time. Seriously, all alligators. Because it's just not, you know, when they show you a picture in evolution, they show you one ape that evolved into Homo sapien. They don't tell you during the time of the apes, there were millions of apes across this planet. So with these millions of apes, Homo erectus, there was millions of Homo erectus, whatever they want to call it. How do all these Homo erectus, how do all these apes simultaneously turn into humans across the world? And none of the apes is stuck in evolution. You don't see no half ape, you don't see no half human. You just see humans. Then you see apes. Then you see monkeys. Then you see all these things. You don't see no flaw in evolution. And if there's no flaw, that's divine consciousness. Divine consciousness has no flaw because it makes choices. When something happens at random, it makes flaws because it's a random act. You cannot expect the same result because it's random. Life has not shown us that. Throughout history, life has shown us that every creature is in continuance without flaw. You don't see a chicken, with wings and cow hoofs. Nowhere in the world. Chickens have wings and they have the little chicken foot. So I'm telling you, across the species, there is no mistake in the evolution. How is that possible? That's divine consciousness. That's not evolution. Evolution is random. If chickens evolved from prehistoric birds, then why all the chickens in the world perfectly look like chicken? None of them have half a dinosaur head. None of these stuff. That's me on evolution. It's nothing more I could say about it. It just don't make sense. But they claim to have all these scholarship. I's a biologist. I's all of this. But bro, you just don't use common sense. Because common sense will show you anything that could evolve both male and female simultaneously to become a whole new creature, to be able to procreate without flaws, that cannot be random. That have to be selective. And it happened in every species. Every species that y'all say evolve has male and female. It select to procreate itself. That's not random. That's consciousness. Not a video with the priest because we got enough videos to deal with, So I ain't carry on with this too long. I just want to put the information out there for people to really start to think about stuff. When he tell you things, just think. Ain't nothing wrong here evolving into nothing new. Or the scientists in the lab say they evolving new things and in the lab, in the flask, and it's changing from evolving from this to that. Some people say the last plague, it evolved from one strain to the next. I don't know what they're talking about. Because if you really look at it, if that's the truth, how come, the strains just disappear? Why evolution didn't continue to work and work its way in every human species? I mean, you see, everything they say just don't add up. It don't add up. There's no evolution today. Everything is the same thing it used to be. We have adaptation. We've done some things in the world, spill oil this way, throw some chemicals up in the air, spray the world with aerosols through these planes. We do a lot of things to the world that cause the world to have to adapt. Creatures have to adapt. Disease and all this stuff, they have to adapt to what we do. Let's get some light in there. Yes, Royal Family. So when these creatures have to adapt, nature has to adapt, you have diseases and stuff like that. And these diseases are going to be shifting, trying to adapt to the environment that we created. That's not evolution. That's adaptation. The river's drying up in Euphrates. That's not evolution. That's adaptation. The different signs in the sky and all these different, that's not evolution. That's adaptation. Everything is adapting to what we're doing in this world today. Yeah, that's what life is, adaptation, not evolution. Nothing evolves. Everything is still the way it used to be because there's male and females. Now, when they find me a bunch of species out there, it's just male or it's just female, walking around with a, I try not to use that word, walking around with a vajayjay. walk around with a PP. Show me a species around there that only has a penis and walking around the earth. There's no female to that creature. It just has a penis just to stick well. Evolution can't explain that, bro. Because I know God don't work like that. God make every creature male and female for procreation. That's common sense. That's God. Evolution, y'all ain't making no sense, bro. Just straight off the top. God making sense. God is consciousness. God is planned future, planned environment, planned ecosystem. Everything is planned around here. The sun is still the sun. The sun is not evolving. The moon is not evolving. The stars don't evolve. The ocean hasn't evolved. The earth, nothing is evolving around us. Everything is still the same. I mean, it's been like that for over 2 million years or more. I sure. Another video with the priest. Black again. You know, one love. Coming back with another video. We on a roll. When I can get the videos in, I'm going to get them in. You guys just got to, whenever, come in and watch them. If you didn't catch the live, you know, just come around, watch them. You know, get the information. Think deep within yourself. Use your common sense. This common sense page. About illusions and tricks and fantasies and all that stuff. You know, is it real or not? You know, you got male and female ants. You know, everything is male and female fish. You know, they come, you know, they say evolution, but evolution pretty smart. Because every time something evolves, it makes male and female. Another video with the priest. Give thanks for watching. Black again. I'm moving through. Love, love, love. Just a little video on evolution. What? Black again.